Hey, and welcome to the Promotional Products Show. My name is John Clark with Palm Tree Promotions, powered by Halo. I am in Orlando, Florida, and I'm here with my co-host, Dan Toombs with CompuGift out of the UK. Say hey, Dan.
All right, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well. How are you today?
Not bad at all, thanks. Finally have some
Excellent.
sun.
Excellent. Well, on this episode of the Promotional Products Show, we're going to feature some holiday food treats, and just to give you an idea of all the different options that are available for you to maybe custom print an item to hand out to good clients, to prospects, to your vendors, to your family members, and it can all be branded with your company logo or your brand message, marketing message, whatever you really want to print on those. So Dan, I know that you have been doing this for quite a long time, and I know you probably have some favorites of some different items that you like to maybe show to your clients and have them use with their clients. So tell us about some of the things that you have going.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to be able to take something. I mean, we all take pens in and just different things like that, mugs. But it's nice to be able to go in to see a client or maybe at an exhibition and have something very small, just a small tin of sweets with some mints in them, and there's a lot of different types you can get these days, with different flavors, and it's an inexpensive product that you can give away, and they're not, like I said, they're not expensive, but very easy to hand out, very easy to take with you, easy to put in your car, take to the exhibition or whatever you want to do, and for quite a small price. I mean, those people are going to take those mints, a little mint tin or whatever, they're going to take those back, they're going to use them at the office, they're going to see your logo, they'll probably end up putting something else in the tin because they're usually quite good quality. So those are kind of my favorites. Over here they're called click-it tins. I'm not sure if you what you call them over there.
Well, let's do a quick screen share, and we will show everybody what we're talking about here, and then we'll take them through our websites and show them all the different kind of opportunities that there are on here. And so let's see here, real quick, bring up this screen. Hopefully everybody can see this on their screen here. But this is Dan. This is your website right here, correct?
That's my website, yes. And if you click on that picture, you'll probably get a bigger picture of that, John. I'm not sure, but it should work anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we are. So these come in like lots of different colors. I think probably about 20 different colors now, and you have a choice of the fruity mints or extra strong mints or whatever. I think there's probably about 20 different things, different sweets you can have put in those.
Yeah, and this is just a little round tin that is what's the size of it? Maybe a couple of inches. Now you're in the UK, so
they're not big. They do come bigger. You can get them bigger if you want to like give someone a special gift that goes on their desktop or something like that. They come quite a lot larger than that as well. But those are just the pocket versions, which, as you can see, are not very expensive.
Yeah, less than €1 a piece.
A pound, yeah.
I'm sorry, a pound. I'm sorry. That's right.
Well, I guess they're just less than €1 too.
Okay. And so in the United States, this would equate to probably just over $1 a piece.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
For the smaller quantity, yes. I mean, as you can see, when you go down to 10,000, if you're a large company or if you just want to stock up, you can get them for almost half the price. So.
Yeah, if you're a large company that perhaps has 50 or 100 sales guys that are out beating the streets, and they want to be more memorable than their competition, this is a great way to get past the gatekeeper by sweetening the tooth. And I mean, it's almost it's not a guaranteed getting an appointment, but it sure breaks the ice to make it a whole lot easier for the next conversation.
They do break the ice, John. And I'm telling you, because I know from experience. I used to work for a rental car company over in the States. I worked with them for about 5 years, and part of our job was to go in and meet insurance adjusters and kind of sweeten them up. And whenever we brought the pins in or whatever, they'd be happy with those. But if we brought sweets in, they'd be more than happy. So they do work. They do get them talking, and they make it so that when you come back the next time and you're cold calling, they want you to come back because they know you're going to bring in some sweets.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Well, I know that you have all kinds of others, and so this is back to your webpage, which on your site, and yeah, these are really simple. If you just typed in probably sweet
Yeah.
into the search bar here, and you would come up to this page, and you have lots of different options to choose from the rock sweets to biscuits to from ginger shortbread. This little item right here, the printed. You can see I'm circling here this printed mint cards. Those are kind of a cool thing too. It's like a little translucent plastic carry case that it has the mints in it instead of the metal tin like we first featured.
Yeah, similar thing. Similar
It's
thing.
like a credit card size, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And then some of the other popular items, if you want to do something a little bit different, I mean, there's fortune cookies. You can custom print the wrappers, and I bet you can even custom print the fortune inside as well, right?
You can do, yes. I mean, those are all really great products, great for restaurants, or just if you're putting on some kind of a party, or with lots of people coming. They're kind of fun to have around.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, one of the main things that we still talk about here, and we talk about it every week on our episodes, is the fact that these items, the more unique you get them, the more memorable they become. And that's the cool thing about imprinted promotional items, is that these really set you apart from your competitors.
Yes, I mean totally, because it's just something different. I'm a big believer in the traditional promotional products. I love pens, I love mugs, I love everything that you expect to see on someone's desktop printed with someone's logo. But when you can come out and do just something a little bit different. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about power banks, and then we talked about speakers, and of course those are a lot more expensive than what we're talking about here. But just something a little bit different. It's going to get you noticed, and it's going to make people remember you.
Yeah, and I mean, even these little what you call the flow pack mints, which are, and here, let me just take it off of the screen here real quick. And now we're back here, just because I happen to have some real live samples of what those mints in a package are. I mean, you've probably seen them at restaurants. You get them, you pick them up at restaurants. There's usually a bowl either when you walk in or as you leave. And these are a great, very inexpensive way to just reinforce your brand in a very sweet way.
Yes. I mean, you see those everywhere, don't you?
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times, they might hand out the generic ones, but I'm a big believer in reinforcing your brand. And why advertise for some other name brand when you can put your own logo on these same and have people remember you instead of the chocolate company?
Exactly.
Yeah. So just these are just little mints. You can do them in full color, or you can just do them in a single color print. I guess one of the downfalls of these is that once somebody opens a package and puts the mint in their mouth, they throw away the package. But they're still looking. It's just another brand impression.
Yeah, I mean, my young kids, they love going to restaurants that have those. They always, if they have a choice of going to one restaurant or another, they have it in their mind, which one has the sweets at the end.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
If I'm feeling in a good mood, I'll take them to that restaurant, and so that restaurant gets the business.
Yeah, and so back to, I'm just going to share the screen again here. So, I mean, on your website, Dan, again, you have lots of different items, including, these are some cool things like energy drinks. Just another thing that instead of here in the United States, Monster is really big, Rockstar is really big, Red Bull is really big. I
Big
imagine
over
Red Bull is global. Uh, but I mean, imagine why have somebody drink a Red Bull when they can drink something that is, and let me just click on this. This is a great new item that just came out, oh, what, maybe a year, 2 years ago for our industry. And so, I mean, why hand out a Red Bull when you can hand out your own branded energy drink?
Totally. It's just
Yeah,
it's a great way for at outdoor events, sporting events, hand those out, and you're going to get yourself noticed.
all kinds of different things. And then on my website, and I am Palm Tree Promotions. It's powered by Halo branded solutions, and I mean we have on. I just did a quick search for personalized food gifts, and I have 80 different items on my website that you can do anywhere from the assorted gummy bears all the way down to, and I'm going to scroll through this pretty quick. Hopefully, it's not too blurry on the screen. But popcorn tins, M&Ms in apothecary jars. See, these items right here. This is a great item to, as a salesperson that is calling on a book of business. They can go and hand these jars with candy in them, and then every week or 2 weeks they can come back and refill them and say hi again.
Yeah.
It's just that when you have the ability to go back to your clients and prospects, it's just that face-to-face meeting that's building relationships, and all of a sudden they are more interested in what you might have that is going to help them to become better managers or whatever product that you're selling. We just happen to be selling promotional items to help people brand themselves. But I mean, if you were a car parts manufacturer and you were calling on auto parts dealers, boy, the guy that comes in with the nice little gifts usually gets a smile, where the guy that brings in nothing might get a glance or might not. I mean, it's all
Exactly.
about
Yes.
getting the
And
appointment.
it's very difficult to compete if you're not that guy with the product in his hand.
Exactly. So I mean, back to there's popcorn tins, there's pretzels in a barrel, and all of these items are able to be custom imprinted with your brand on them. I mean, this is what imprinted promotional items are all about. Now, we're getting closer. I hate to say it because we're still in August, and I'm already thinking about holiday sales, which is a real tragedy, I think. A little bit early, but nonetheless, I mean, these things do take a little bit of time to produce and get delivered. So you just want to make sure that you have plenty of time and don't rush. Although most of my clients will call me in November and say, "Oh, we forgot to do something. What do you got that we can get real fast?" I bet that's
Yeah.
never happened to you, right, Dan?
Oh, it happens every year, and I'll tell you. Usually, we contact them first, make sure that they realize that they're running out of time, especially if they purchased it before. But every year, we get new customers that come on saying that they need it in 2 weeks, and it's just not possible. It's too late. When it gets that close to Christmas and all, it just the lead times are a little bit longer, and you can forget it pretty much.
Yeah, and I will say that. Just a second here. Let me. There we go. Pull it off of there. We're getting ready to send out a catalog that is a reminder for the holidays, and it's just simply gifts. Just as another reminder of all the different types of holiday gifts and things that can be. I know our show today is really focusing more on the foodie type items, and and there's lots of different choices. One other item that I wanted to share real quick is one of my favorite items, if you don't mind, and you can see the. Let me share the screen again. Is this chocolate-covered almonds in a wooden collector's box? Really, what I like about this, I mean, The chocolate covered almonds, number one, they are scrumptious. They are really, really good quality. They're gigantic, and you can't go wrong with that. But the thing that I really like about this particular box is that the box doesn't get thrown out. This is a box. It's about the size you can fit 3 by 5 index cards in it, and so you could keep like a file like a small file cabinet, or it could be a jewelry box. It sticks around. You can throw coins in it, and it just reminds people who gave it to them. So imagine having your logo, and this is neat because it's fire branded on the top of the box. Now you can also print on the side of the box, and sometimes I recommend that even more because sometimes people lose the top of the box, then you lose the branding. So another way to imprint is on the side of the box, and so that way the box stays on their desk or on their cabinet. It's always in plain sight, and again, it's all about brand impression.
Yes, I mean that's some good advice, John. I mean, totally. If people do lose part of it, it's nice to know that the box is still going to be used, and you're still going to have your logo and details on there. So, and that is something. Obviously, that's a little bit more expensive than what we were talking about before, but that's something that people are going to want to keep, and they're going to keep it for a while. So it's.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, they're not inexpensive. I mean, we're talking at a minimum quantity of 18. I mean, they're about $28 a box.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, yes, can you get chocolate-covered almonds less expensive? Of course you can. But we're talking about a very premium gift at the holiday season just as a thank you. And, you know, boy, that just goes a long way. It'll set you up for the entire next year in, you know, doing more business with that particular person who gave it to you. And, again, there are statistics that bore this out time and time again, and you'll hear us talk about them almost every show, is that imprinted promotional items, 62% of the people that you end up giving a gift to end up doing business with you. 62%. Now, you know, what other small, really cool, low-cost item can get you that kind of return on your investment? There's not many.
Yeah. And also, another thing to consider about that box, for example, that you're just showing, that's something that if you're going and you're calling on people regularly and you're giving them a gift that they can have on their desk, and so it has the chocolate-covered almonds on there. Yes, you can get chocolate-covered almonds for less expensively, but take it in there as a chance to get right back in there again. So say, have these, in a couple of weeks I'll pop by again and I'll bring a different treat there. I'll fill the box back up for you.
Exactly. Right.
As long as you keep the box, you get to have filled up again, and I'll keep filling it up for you.
Yeah, yeah. So again, these you know, fire branded boxes, and you know, I mean, but I tell you what, there are just all kinds of different type of items that are available. I know we're scooting through some of these images, you know, pretty quickly, but just to remind people, real quick, how to get a hold of either one of us to go and look at the different type of products that we do have. My website is halo.com/palmtreepromos, and then Dan, your site is compugift.co.uk, and that will take people over to our websites where they can just take a look at their own time, at their own convenience, and see all the different choices that are out there. So I mean, this is just, you know, great information for people to have, and you know, so hey, that's what we do. You know,
yes.
we're here to help you, help our customers to come up with some really cool, creative ways to promote your brand message.
Yes, exactly. Always here to help, and even if you're not sure what you want, just give one of us a call, whoever happens to be closer, and yeah, we're on the other side of the phone. So.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, there's lots of different things, but you know, between the two of us, we probably have close to 50 years of experience in this industry. I know that both Dan and I are well over 20 years in the industry. We've seen all kinds of different things come and go. So you know, can you find things less expensive without us? Probably. But you know what? There's a lot of times that people have done that. My clients have done that. They've found something less expensive somewhere else, and they didn't get the quality service that both Dan and I, know how to provide and do on a daily basis. They come crawling back, just embarrassed that they were, like I said, embarrassed to tell me that they went and found something less expensive, but the quality came back as horrible. They didn't know, they didn't have anybody to contact if there was an issue with it. So there's a lot of great things to really have to do with people with experience in this industry. It's not an easy thing to do. Some people think it is.
I'm sure you've made a lot of mistakes, John. I'm sure you've made a lot of mistakes, and so have I. But luckily, over the last 15, 20, 10 years after starting out, you tend to get to know your business. You know what you're doing. So that's what a lot of the new people in the industry are possibly, probably don't know as well. That's one thing that experience. It does mean a lot. So
yeah, and I guess maybe one of the main things, one of the probably most important aspects of our business is how to deal with the artwork that we get. And I mean, we have trained eyes to know if this artwork is going to work on an item or not. And if it doesn't work on an item, but that's all the artwork that the client has provided, we have resources that we can go ahead and get the logo redrawn, or we can just reformat the artwork in the proper thing that the factory needs to get them printed so they're crisp and clear, easily readable, and they look great, and they make you look fantastic. They make you look like a hero to your bosses and to your clients. That's what you get with guys like myself and Dan.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that we've covered these little food gifts for today's episode, and I know that next week, I believe we're going to talk about calendars of some sort.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm going to try and get some from over here, and I should have a delivery showing up, so I'll try and get some samples that we can show off.
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll do the same.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of different kinds of samples. There are tons, just like there's tons of food gifts. There are tons of different kinds of calendars. Calendars are one of the most popular items and most effective because it's literally one of the only items that you look at almost every day of the year. And if you have your logo on a calendar and you hand that to your customers and prospects, I'm telling you, it's all about the brand impression, and you want to be foremost in their mind when they're thinking of something to help promote their brands. Who are they going to think of first? Hopefully they're going to think of you, Dan. They're going to think of me, and we get to do business together.
Great.
Yeah, so until next week, my name is John Clark. I'm with Palm Tree Promotions, powered by Halo. I'm in Orlando, Florida. And Dan Toombs with CompuGift in the UK, north of London. How many hours again?
Oh, it's a long ways. We're very close to the North Pole up here. But yeah, about 5 hours.
Okay, excellent. When you think of the UK, you mostly think of London, but man, it's a somewhat of a big country, and it's got a lot of territory, and Dan is north of London, so it doesn't mean, but we're both global in our reach. We can ship products anywhere around the globe that we're allowed to. So that shouldn't be a hindrance to anybody that is looking for experienced promotional product distributors to help them with their brand message.
Yes. All right. Well, it's been great talking to you, and thanks everyone.
Until next week, we're signing off, and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye, everyone.